Sabah Khayu. Today is December 27th, 2025. Today's just for today is God could restore us to sanity. Oh, and He has. I'm not continuing to do the same crazy shit that I expected different outcomes for, but it just gave me the same results. The process of coming to believe restores us to sanity. The strength to move into action comes from His belief. Once we believe, He'll light a fire under our ass and get moving. Just gotta believe and have faith that, you know what, things will be alright. And they will, believe it or not. It's kind of crazy. Well, no, believe it. Because if you don't, well, it just doesn't seem to work. Now that we've finally admitted our insanity and seen examples of it in all of our manifestations, we might be tempted to believe that we are doomed to repeat this behavior for the rest of our lives. On the contrary, just as we thought that our active addiction was hopeless and we'd never get clean, we might now believe that our particular brand of insanity is hopeless. And hope is creatable. I've learned that. It takes three elements. Hope, a little bit of control over your life, be able to make a couple of decisions. Not extreme control. You don't have to have full control over everything, but a little control. Values, and if you ain't perfect with your values, well, hey, work on them. At least you're working on the values. And I just had a complete brain fart. Control, values, and community. There it is, community. Like-minded people, and name meetings, church, but community. Oh, hell, you got a knitting club, whatever, stamp collecting club, who knows, as long as you have a community. That's very important. Okay, let's see. We might now believe that our particular brand of insanity is hopeless. Not so. We know that we owe our freedom from active addiction to the grace of a loving higher power. If our higher power can perform such a miracle as relieving our obsession to use drugs and our own, surely this power can also relieve our insanity in all its forms. If we doubt this, all we have to do is think about the sanity that has already been restored in our lives. Maybe we've gotten carried away with our credit cards, but sanity returns when we admit defeat and cut them all up. Right? Perhaps we've been feeling lonely and want to go visit our old using buddies. Going to visit our sponsor instead is the same act. Wise choice. The insanity of our addiction recedes into the past as we begin experiencing moments of sanity in our recovery. Our belief in a power greater than ourselves grows as we begin to understand that even our brand of insanity is nothing in the face of this power. And I had a pretty gnarly brand of insanity. Never knowing where I was going to wake up. Never knowing if I was going to wake up to somebody kicking me, if I was going to be, yelling top of my lungs like a fool at some random person somewhere or another. Just doing crazy shit, stupid shit. Getting myself into, getting these shiny bracelets put on regularly that I really didn't like. Just for today, I thank the God of my understanding for each sane act in my life, for I know they are indications of my restoration to sanity. Yeah, and I have been making some pretty sane choices lately. Actually, paying bills and doing things that I'm supposed to do, you know, really trying. Hey, God bless y'all and enjoy the rest of your day, huh?